party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers. But worry not, I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
Question 1. Who is it?
We're here for a routine inventory check.
Ah, what an ingenious idea. Far more intelligent than Boberano's ancestors. But I still recommend against this answer.
Question 1. Who is it?
Okay, let's go with the truth. Jerome Marquis and his retinue.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide. Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Hard work and wealth.
To be completely honest, hard work is a bit of an alien concept to us here in the Constellation Metropole. We have hardware and we have clockwork, but not hard work.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
I'm assuming that they're talking about the previous one then, so that has to be courage and strength.
Oh, no, don't say that. Even though the writings you saw do prove that bravery has its uses.
You do realize we can hear everything you're saying, right?
If you say it out loud, you'll only set those three off arguing again. Thinking it is fine, but please promise me you won't say it.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Alright, then we only have one option, it's wisdom.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A bare-faced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Perhaps both are equally real?
Hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
Alright, so their quest is pretty much like a key. Alright. Alright, let's see. Operate. And I'm not seeing the pattern right now. Okay, no, now I see it. Wait. Never mind, you lost me again.
Do we really need this one?
Right. Here. Can we... put that there. I hate how it just like is so iffy on whether or not it wants to work or not. It's like obviously I can use it here, but only from the right angle, and it's like, eh. There we go.
Now, let me see what...
What elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Cappe. Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Boberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Boberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Alright, plundering time. Let's see what we get.
Fateful offering.
Manuscript. Alright. So that's pretty much that. Actually, what is this over here?
Time to go.
Oh my, what an honor. You must be Jerome. In what case? Okay. Jeez, I didn't even click anything. We're that famous, are we? News travels quickly from and through Constellation Metropole. I must say that you're right on time. I was putting the finishing touches on this game of mine, named Flying Hats. I can't be like the eponymous hater in the Flying Hater, who gave everyone that lovely hat, I fear. But I believe that Flying Hats will bring joys to those who play it. I've also designed 3 completely different game modes for it. Don't worry, the rules aren't too complicated. You'll figure it out after just one game, I guarantee it. Alright, let's give it a try. Alrighty then, this way please. Alright, I guess we'll figure it out as we go, because the games are really never that hard. Let's give it a try. Alright, attract one figure at once, so we want to grab the toy figures, not the bomb figures. Alright, let's start. Attract more toy figures. So we're just collecting the toy figures, right? Boom. As long as we don't collect any bombs, we should be fine. And that's the last one. So I think it's just collecting them within the time limit pretty much. Which, to be honest, isn't that hard, given that the time limit stays a minute. Great. Since their walking speed is so slow, we can catch them while they're moving. Now, if the toys and the bombs were to switch, then that would actually get difficult. Like, if the bombs were to start moving, that would actually make this difficult. Shoot. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Let's start this one up. Multiple toy figures of the same clothing. Okay. And grab these two. Now they're all getting mixed up. Wait for these guys to go back. Boom. They all have their rotation, so they'll eventually go back. Okay, that's not bad. And then puzzling identity. What is this one going to be? 4 rounds in total. Begins with toy figures briefly displayed. Oh, so it's like the cup game where you just gotta figure out which one is inside of. Okay. Round. I know that these are the same. I'm pretty sure it's an even pattern, so we don't have to worry about that. Dang it. Okay. I just need to remember where the bombs are at. Which I kind of forgot. Okay, there we go. Okay, center. This one's a little bit trickier because you gotta actually remember where the bombs are. Luckily for me, I remember where they are this time. Alright. And then outside edge. So So don't grab anything else from the outside. One more. Perfect. And I think we're done with that. Let's go ahead and claim the rewards. Alright. Exit the challenge. And that has been completed. So what part is that? Ah, see, we didn't get that one. We got the other ones. And then Metropolis Trials. What is this in? Hold up, let's see, summer gifts. Alright. Go back, go here. Fabricate figurines. Not enough fabrication chances. Mosaic moments to obtain star sale coins. Okay, so where is the... There's not enough chances to get Kirara, but I'm trying to figure out where it's located because it shows that it's around here somewhere. Oh, we haven't done the quest yet. Okay. Alright, so let's finish up this quest first before we do anything else. Do we have anything else on the map we need to check out? That. So this is in the middle of the city. Let's go ahead and check this out before we continue. Alright. Let's see what this is all about. Okay. Of course, we're going to go with the times 10 multiplier because why not? Actually, you know what? Let's not be stupid. We'll go with times 4. Because none of our characters are level 90, and I do not feel like fighting level 90s right now, so let's go ahead. Meter churls, and then, okay, so we have big enemies at the end and then smaller at the beginning. So we want people that can gather and freeze multiple enemies. So that should work. And then for the second one, we are going to want to do a lot of damage. So that means we're going to need a lot of off-field characters. So let's see. Obviously, we're going to have to go with Tartaglia as our main DPS. A as a support with Electro. Zhongli as a shield, and I guess we can do Xingqiu as extra Hydra, but I doubt we'll really need it. Let's go with Zhongli for Pyro. Alright, let's start. Let's see how this goes. Alright, defeat opponents, and it'll grant extra time. And we gotta fill the valid bar. Alright, makes sense.
Into the wind. This is long overdue. Share the knowledge.
As one with wind and cloud.
Billowing surge.
knows me.
Make yourselves at home.
Gotta keep the valor up, though.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Blaze over.
Covenant of the deep.
Wait. Jeez.
Rest and reboot.
Not.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Surely not. Everyone hold hands. Bellowing surge. All hail. This could hurt.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Make yourselves at home. Hold the line. Committed to memory. Yeah. That's enough.
The wind knows me.
No touching.
Shoot. No.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
They ran out of time, dang it. Alright, this is going to be actually like really crazy. Dang it.
This is order.
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shut. You can run, but you can't hide. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
I will have order.
Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
Eat this. I'm the frying pan.
Riptide. Order guide you.
Nice and spicy.
Shine down. Ha! Inazuma shines eternal.
This is order.
You can run, but you can't hide. There is no escape.
Crumble.
Torn to oblivion.
Order guide you.
Booba, get them.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
I will have order.
Alright. Bronze isn't all that good, but we got something, so that's decent. Let's see. What is the lineup for here? Hilly Churls and... Ooh, those are not going to be fun. Alright, party setup. So, once again, we need grouping. Actually, I think Xingqiu should fill that role. And then I wish we had someone who had auto-applicable Dendro, because we have auto-applicable Hydro because of Xingqiu. Let's go with this again. Let's see. I guess the best we can do is Kale. Right? I think so. So put Kale there, and then you probably go Pyro with Xiangling. And then let's go ahead and start.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Blaze over.
Let me weave you a verse. Wind strike. One with nature.
Born of ice and frost.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
No, my sword. Access denied. All hail. Witness the power of Gugwa.
As one with wind and cloud.
Born of ice and frost. Just like we rehearsed.
Into the wind.
Access denied.
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Born of ice and frost. Blaze over.
The wind knows me.
Access denied.
Oh, I didn't realize we were going to have a cryo log trail here.
Let me weave you a verse. As one with wind and cloud.
Alright. Is only set up. Alright, fun.
You're toast!
Now you shall perish.
Order guide you.
Riptide. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
This is order.
Nice and spicy.
Illusion shattered.
Stabilize.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I will have order.
Shouldn't let your guard down. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Quake. Order guide you.
Torn to oblivion.
There is no escape. Shine down.
Alright, that didn't go as badly as I thought it would. Hate to do it, but let's make this a little bit easier and see if that raises anything. Our groups are going to have to be in the second one. So let's go ahead and put Kazuha here. I believe it was Cryo and Hydro, or Cryo or Dendro. It should have been one of the two. Animo, Cryo, and Dendro. Okay, so that means we were going to want to use Pyro and Electro. Alright, party setup. So we need Xiangling, and maybe Xingqiu? So Xingqiu, Xiangling, and A. And then in the first one, what are we fighting? Rune Grader, Rune Drake. Ooh. We might want to switch out Xingqiu for Tartaglia. Yeah, because we're going to need it. So, actually, you know what? No. What we need to do is we need to... Yeah, I know. We are going to switch out Xingqiu and put Kokumi on there. And then who was the third one we had? A. And then for here, we are going to have Nahida, Xingqiu, Ganyu, and Ganyu, Xingqiu, Nahida. There we go. So we can freeze the enemies and then use Bloom to do damage. That seems like the best way of doing it. I'm thinking maybe we should put Electro in here. And we should be fine. They're level 40s. How bad could it possibly be? Alright, so for this we're going to want to start with Nahida.
Sharing my knowledge.
Witness the power of Gua.
This is long overdue.
You're mine. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Oh, this is no trouble. But I'm not getting any points is the issue.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Make yourselves at home.
Let me weave you a verse.
Blaze over.
You also have to wait for the cooldown, which takes forever.
You can run, but you can't hide.
For Rex Lapis. Sharing my knowledge. It's the stars.
Oh jeez.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain Cutter.
Riptide.
Hey. To be honest, we might not have enough time. But they're giving us so little.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
This way through the river. Make yourselves at home. Ha! Grow.
Blaze over.
Know my soul. Let me weave you a verse.
Committed to memory. Ha!
Not making good use of Dendro here.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Sharing my knowledge.
This is long overdue.
No touching.
Ooh, okay, there we go. Hopefully we can do better on this one.
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Taurus, bring refuge! Eat this! Nice and spicy.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
The wind knows me. Clouds high, the birds call.
Out the frying pan, into the pot! Billowing surge! You're toast!
There is no escape.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Torn to oblivion.
Eat this! Covenant of the deep!
Clouds high, the birds call. Into the wind.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Boba, get them! You're toast! Rust and rebuild! Billowing surge!
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Now you shall perish.
Nice and spicy! Eat this!
Wind strider. Clouds high, the birds call.
Hold the line! Covenant of the deep!
Inazuma shines eternal.
Feeling lucky today?
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Alright. That's a little bit better than what we've been doing, so. Kinda sucks that we've been just doing bronze. Ooh, those do not look fun. We can just go with pure Hydrodendro for the second half. Actually, Hydrodendro and Electro, we're gonna need the third one. So A is gonna go on the last one. And then this one we're gonna have Zhongli because those roof hounds are gonna be a pain. So Zhongli here, A is gonna be here. We're gonna have Hydrodendro, so that means we're going to need off-field, on-field, and Dendro applicant. And then for here, we are going to have. Actually, hold up, let's switch this. That's a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so for Zhongli's team, we have Kazuha. Trying to think of what we can do. Ganyu for Cryo, Xingqiu to freeze, and then Zhongli for shield. That's the best way I see this working. Alright. Switch these two since the order really is going to matter. If we're doing order, then we should probably switch Kokomi and Kale then. Alright, and let's start.
As one with wind and cloud.
This is order.
All hail!
Rain cutter.
One with nature. nature. Clouds high, the birds call.
Crumble! Order guide you.
This is long overdue.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
I will have order.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Blaze over.
Into the wind. Clouds high, the birds call.
This is order.
All hail.
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
I will have order.
Blaze over.
Ring cutter.
This is order.
Clouds high, the birds call. Wind strike.
Born of icy frost. For Rex Lapis.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Order guide you.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
This is long overdue.
I will have order.
In that one alone, we did so much. We did so much in that one alone. Let's start off with Kokomi.
Allow me.
Your coming was foretold.
Spread this on the sun.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Care for a dance. Dance with me. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Finally, some target practice.
Your journey ends here, Lord of...
Oh, yeah, you're immune. I forgot about that.
Shine down.
What's
Rest and rebuild. Billowing surge.
Riptide.
Falling
Your
over.
coming was foretold.
Torn to oblivion.
Careful dance.
Go. A brash maneuver.
Some target practice.
You can run.
Embrace the
Can't
storm.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Spread this on the sun.
Now you shall perish.
Riptide. Your coming was foretold. Careful dance.
Bring refuge.
Dance with me.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is
Illusion
ready.
shattered.
Alright, we almost got to 3,000, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good for that one. Alright, let's go ahead and exit out of that. And then continue with the little story that we were going on with before. Alright. So they should be just over here. Alright. Yeah, it should be fine. We should be able to make our way over here. It's not like anything bad's gonna happen just for leaving them alone for a little bit, so.
Time to go.
Where are they at?
Time to go.
You need to go to the Sacred Albizi site.
Time to go.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose. Determined, presumably, to always do one.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't ya? Except empathy.
Over here! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard. I'll go keep watch.
This is the last one. The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They'd all lost interest.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these three versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these three truths in particular. The problem is, all three truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all three bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path, right in front of you.
Alright, so we're going out the way we came in. Perfect.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is one ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously, because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
There's an unnecessary amount of glue here. Alright, and with that, we are done.
I made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are three conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka could make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
Oh my
This is terrible. I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappy!
How did this happen?
Captain, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detectives straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Yes.
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? Oh, it's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Okay, so he's out cold. He's not dead. Okay. At least he's not dead. I was supposed to say, like, murder mystery already. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cappy's not dead?
His gears, metal frame and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappy isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No, there's a need. Huge need.
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere. Excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Where?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
No, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
The crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Huh? He just fell down out of nowhere.
Well, that clears it up. Cappy was walking along the street, then he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature. Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappy was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house, then walked here in a daze before finally passing out. As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna head to Katbei's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
Alright, now we gotta look for suspicious clues around here. Check out the guards.
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Well, we found the guy's spear. Let's see.
Into the wind.
Anything else around here we can figure out? This.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
Alright, so I'm assuming that that's the bottle that we found, unless this is it.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yup, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the Titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch. And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I'm not. Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
Alright, we have one more suspicious place to check out. And this detective is seeming very suspicious. Oh, here it is.
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the
one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
The guard's spear was thrown after he was talking about the dragon. The growth serum could have been used on a bird, which would have been the reason why they would have saw a dragon, so it would have had to have been the pickaxe.
If it was the pickaxe, Cappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cappe's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
We found a little something.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cappe fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
Oh no, you stay right there.
Alright, time to replay it.
We should be good now.
It was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can! The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer in boots, who ran off in pursuit of a poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! into my trap. Oh, and by the way, remember the glue you got stuck on when you first entered the future Marquis's abode to be? That was also me. I did it using my powers.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing boots this time. Yes!
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall? In Urgent Neko parcel mode, I'll scale it in no time.
Beat. I surrender.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation, and I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate. I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Aww.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape Bobarano and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be. And by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Necromora!
Just your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did, after 6 months in that place.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
You... Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him. But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, oh, I'd be devastated.
Ooh, I'm liking the looks of these chests. I want this one in the middle. We're gonna wait 2 days later. Alright. Go ahead and wait the 2 days. Alright, I guess we aren't doing anything here. I guess we're... Okay, so that's a different thing. So I guess we gotta go return the clockwork key. Which, that kinda sucks, but... Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Hopefully we get some nice treasures for returning the key. let's see. Okay. And this brings us back into this room. I was wondering why there was glue on the seats, especially since this place hasn't been touched in a while. Anyways, let's talk to Cappe, Bobarino, and Albizi. Well, if it isn't the Marquis, okay. The Marquis, the Cat, and the Fairy. I think we should probably stop this now. Surely it's time that Jerome and I stop these roles. In theory, it should all be over now, but I remember hearing the point of the ceremony was to help the people transition from one mental state to another. To bid farewell to the title of Marquis in Carabas, once and for all, you can bring things to a close with a touch of formality. As the Nekomata bids farewell to her boots, throughout her reflection are the wiser to the nature of the truth. Okay. And let's go ahead and return the key. 20 primo gems is pretty good. Alright. And with that, that is going to be all the time that we have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.